That's tricky about this lab is you're going to have to keep track of a couple different times. So on the clock in the lab on the wall, you're going to want to note the time from when you add your sugars, and then you're going to take time points every 20 minutes. But you're also going to need a stopwatch at your table as well to keep track of the time of the individual reactions. Okay, we're finally ready to start. I've got my tubes labeled, and they've got the solutions that they need in them. I've got my bacteria and my sugar ready to go. And everybody else at my table has done exactly the same thing with their sets of tubes. Now, another thing that's important to have ready to go is we need to have our pipetter still set at 200 microliters. And we also have to make sure we've got this sodium carbonate solution, which is going to be important later. All right, so now everything's ready to go. I'm going to check the clock on the wall of the lab and make a note of the time, because now the whole table together, and your instructor will tell you when to do this, is going to add your sugars to your bacteria. Then, quickly, you're going to use this. This is the 1 milliliter mark on your labeled pipette. You're going to take 1 ml out and put it into one of these little spectrophotometer cuvettes. And you're also going to take 1 ml and put them into the tubes labeled B and C. And of course, these are the 0 tubes, the 0 time point. Okay, now before I do anything else, me and the rest of the people at my table are going to take these flasks and go put them in the incubator. I want to open this up and put my sample in quickly so that the temperature doesn't change too much. We want to keep this close to 37 degrees. All right, back from putting my samples in the incubator, but now it's so important that I start my stopwatch, because now we're going to look at the reaction taking place in these tubes. So I'm going to close them and mix them up quickly. And then all of the tubes, mine and the rest of the group, are going to go into this heat block where they'll be held at about 37 degrees. Now, you can't just put them in there and forget about them. You have to check them every minute or so, and what you're looking for is for the tube labeled C to turn yellow. That shows that a reaction has taken place between the ONPG and the beta-galactosidase enzyme. So some of them are going to turn yellow right away, within seconds. Others are not going to turn yellow at all, but you have to keep checking constantly, every minute or so. Just take them out, look for any yellow color, and put them back in. Now, as soon as you do, let's say I pulled mine out and I noticed a little bit of yellow in here, I've got to stop that reaction quickly. The other thing I need to do is look at the time. So I'm going to stop my stopwatch and record that time. And now I'm going to add 200 or 400 microliters of the sodium carbonate, the stop solution. That will stop the enzyme reaction from happening. So there's 200, 400. This is denaturing the beta-galactosidase enzyme and preventing this reaction from continuing. 200, 400. I add it to both the tube C and tube B, the blank, because we want to treat them the same way. Now, once these have been mixed, then I can relax a little bit. These can be set aside, and they won't change anymore until I'm ready to later observe them in the spectrophotometer.